Okay, I've never played BattleTech 2018 before. Somebody put BattleTech Crescent Hawks Inception on the schedule a really long time ago. Maybe I'll put a link to that in the description for this video on YouTube. Really, really early PC game that was, to my recollection, hadn't aged super well. But I know that the franchise has gotten a bunch of games along the way, and this is the one that came out relatively recently, about 5 years ago at the time of me playing it right now. I still don't know what kind of game to expect. I don't know how I would really classify Crescent Hawks Inception because it was such an old game. So I'm interested to see what this is. I assume it involves mechs. Giant pilotable robots kind of seems to be the thing. Let's see if it loads here. Okay, it's finally loading. Paradox makes a lot of games. Have they always owned the rights to BattleTech? Or is that like Bethesda getting access to Fallout? I also don't know if this game is mouse and keyboard only. I have a controller, but I'll be ready to switch to keyboard if I have to. I like the art in this opening sequence. Deimos is a moon of Mars. I see. $21.16, okay. Terraform Mars in like less than 100 years. Good luck. Oh, okay. Much further in the future. I like this as an opening. Metal Gear Rex. Bring the periphery in line. I wish more games would have an opening like this. Kind of quickly get me on board with the setting canon. BattleTech. Okay. Looks like we are definitely mouse and keyboard. Got it. Pull up a keyboard. Welcome, Commander. Before you jump in, BattleTech uses Paradox accounts. You don't need an account to play campaign or single-player skirmish. Good. Not right now. Campaign. New. Standard. Presumably. Okay. Yeah. Default difficulty settings should be fine. I think it's loading. Okay, yes, now it's loading. The Big Mac is one of the largest and most successful mercenary units in history. I'm excited to see what kind of game this actually is, because I have no idea. Remember, Crescent Hawks Inception was kind of a tactical RPG, sort of, but it had a lot of other things going on. It felt very big for its britches. Had some really cool missions, though. Different cutscene. It's not my nightmare of there's a cutscene that plays before the start. Then plays again.
Reach, protector of Coromadir, and the sword of restoration. But I am not a hero, no matter what the stories say.
Really like this art style.
A hero would have sacrificed more, compromised less. A hero would have done better. You know this, of course. You were there.
Got good nouns. Sword of restoration.
My father used to tell me stories about the ancient times. About the Star League. A golden age of prosperity. Upheld by the great mech warriors of old. Guardians of the innocent. Protectors of the peace.
Isn't Mech Warrior a different
of following in their footsteps.
Copyrighted thing? Maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
I was too young to see the truth of things. After all, it wasn't heroism or a noble cause that
I've heard of video games called Mech Warrior.
It was hiring a mercenary, skilled enough, perhaps ruthless enough, to carry the day.
Oh,
Hiring
interesting.
You. I still don't know if you fought for honor or for the thrill of it, for belief in my cause, or just in my money. But whether it was your noble heart or mercenary mind, your actions gave us hope. That makes you a hero in the eyes of history. Whether you believe it, that's up to you.
BattleTech restoration. It's also tabletop. Interesting. Regan Reach is a small kingdom in the Rimport periphery. I was like, we've got kingdoms. That's cool. Region of space that lies in the outskirts of the more densely colonized inner sphere. It's home to the Regan Coalition. Federation organized around a parliamentary monarchy and ruled by the Arano family. Oh, nice. I'm glad games are doing this now. This is a very Paradox thing to do, right? Here your story begins. Next. Decades ago, your family came to the Reach from the Draconis Combine. Fierce, disciplined, and relentless fighters. Three Worlds League. Passionate, enduring fighters who value justice and equality. Finally honed skills. Just like reading the basics before I read the rest of it. Party well equipped and well trained. Just Canopus. Clever and unorthodox tactics. Quick to anger, skilled and perceptive. Petty thugs or ruthless tacticians. Interesting. I think I want to do Free Worlds League. Oldest and theoretically most democratic. So we're not doing like everybody is terrible like Warhammer here. Immigrants, the Regan Reach family soon established a comfortable presence in a small backwater system. Family became the de facto ruling nobility. The oldest child. Your ancestral battle mech. Okay, there's. I love in science fiction, especially when you get things like that, like having your family's ancestral battle mech. It's cool. Ranju Mastiff Montgomery. Veteran of the Succession Wars. Okay, got it. Uneventful life. They made Shadowrun too. Till the day after your 16th birthday when you were exiled. +1 gunnery, +1 tactics. +1 piloting, +1 tactics, +1 tactics, +1 guts. +1 piloting, +1 guts. Gunnery is chance to hit. Called shot. Guts. Max health. Family was betrayed and its seat of power destroyed. You defeated the betrayers, or you were the sole surviving member of your house. What's piloting do? Does that move? Melee hit chance. Base sprint distance. Yeah, right. Alright, so very like Dune. Regain Coalition Soldier. Was this a different stat for each one? Oh, no, not necessarily. Probably want Gunnery. Gladiator. Coalition Soldier. Could also be pushed to taking Guts. Pirate Gang, probably not. I'll be a soldier, why not? Yeah, I can see the Dune inspiration. Cross paths with Mastiff Montgomery once again. Kamea Arano. Cool. Alright, this is neat. Let's do call sign. Do real name. Oh, that's kind of cool. Pronoun selector. I want to spend a ton of time on this. Well, they give you a lot of options here. Got the right nose. I probably don't need the scars. Well, if you need to have scars, that's pretty flavorful. I guess scar 1 is mostly absent, okay. Expression. Clothing. Lighting. I like the lighting options, that's neat. Cool. Eyes are green. Another change I have to make. Sweet, let's do it. Family was betrayed and murdered. Fell into the life of an Oregon Coalition soldier. 3 Worlds League. Gunnery 4, Piloting 2, Tactics 2, Guts 3. Sweet. Ended up picking this up on GOG just because it was on sale recently. I think it's on Steam though too, right? Bonnie Rondo II is dead. The Oregon Reach is left at an uncertain crossroads. Kingdom in decline, surrounded by powerful neighbors. Yeah, the whole like houses thing in space is very, very Dune. Got it. High Lord's heir, the noble Lady Kamea Rano, is determined to rebuild the Reach. Okay. Okay. Mastiff is making preparations to escort her safely to the coronation procession. I really like this so far. It's a really cool way to do character creation. Interplanet comms is possible but slow, so your local rulers need lots of power, so feudalism, yeah. I like a lot of Dune's world building and that it goes in that direction. That it posits, like, you know, if everybody had shields, how would combat work? How would, like, you know, person-to-person combat work? And so things kind of arise naturally from that, like the whole fighting slow with melee weapons. Is it, like, honestly, it probably started with Herbert wanted everyone to use swords in the future because that's cool, but then you have to come up with an excuse for why there are swords, right? Why isn't everyone just using space guns?
Command interface
but it works.
Initiated.
Move the cameras, WASD. Okay. Right mouse to rotate. Run some diagnostics. Get the battle mech moving. Your turn. Okay, so it is turn-based.
I'll come right out and say it, kid. I wasn't completely honest with you the other day. There's gonna be more to this job than escort duty.
Duty.
Straightforward. Something wrong in the capital. Actuators checkouts, conduct a weapons test, target one of those burnt out old urban mechs.
Like I was saying, I can't prove anything. But my gut tells me something's off. And a warrior trusts their instincts.
Fire. So those are all like different parts of the mech.
Destroyed.
Guns are working. Be naive. Check on your targeting computer. Put some hurt on it. When it turns, take it out with a rear angle shot.
Kamea's like a daughter to me. And her late father, High Lord Tamati, was a good friend.
Because it's in cover, it's taking less damage. Okay. Rear attack. Okay, I see. Structure exposed. I like the way they do this tutorial.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Just badly shaken. It needs a smooth transfer of power. Descend the cliff face.
Victoria pulls no punches, but she's been a loyal companion to Kamea since they were kids. Aside from you, there's no one I'd rather have by my side in a fight.
Execute a jump move. Gaining evasive. +2 difficulty to hit this unit with range attacks per evasive charge. And you can use it to initiate death from above attacks.
Engaging jump jets.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. Jump jets build a lot of heat, and that was more than your engine could handle. Head on into that water. We need to get you cooled off.
Oh, cool. So need a mechanic. Plasma leak detected. Jump jet malfunction. Jump jet systems damaged. The love of all the gods. Make do without him. Take that mech down with a melee attack. Okay. Click the melee targeting reticle on the enemy or press V to cycle through melee targets. Which one is the melee reticle? Because I can just use V. Melee attack using piloting skill to hit, ignore evasive. It removes guarded, deals damage and stability damage. Okay.
Engaging. Missile attack.
I see, that's cool.
Push that engine, kid. If something goes wrong today, I want to know that your mech can maneuver.
Sprint. Farther you move, the more evasive charges you gain. Each evasive charge makes you harder to hit. Yes. Sprint is another option. Seeing you got like facing matters, it looks like. So yeah, those are the 3 evasive charges. Gotcha. -1 evasion. Sure. Time to move out.
An impressive display, Sir Raju. Of course, this mech warrior was a student of yours. I'd expect them to know their way around a cockpit.
What's the downside for sprinting? There has to be one, right? Limited in how much I can turn, it looks like. Victoria Espinosa. Oh, okay. So there's move, attack, and then sprint is basically double move.
Mission successful.
Got it, I think.
I remember the Oregon Reach of old, the time of the Great Expansion. I was just a boy then. Proudly we went forth,
Oh, interesting.
bringing the light of our coalition to so many systems. And for what? To see our great kingdom slowly waste away? Year after year, the Council deliberates while our economy falters. And the wolves bay at every door, while covetous neighbors plot against us. Well, I say, it can go no further. We are here today because if Lady Orana will not act, someone must. I know what I'm asking of you. You will face former comrades, or even loved ones, on the battlefield. I take up arms against my own niece. But remember, today we sacrifice so that tomorrow we can return our kingdom to its proper glory, to its proper strength. So should you fall tonight, know that you did so as true heroes of the Reach. To your stations, for the Directorate!
Cool. Starting immediately with the Harkonnen showing up on Arrakis. Got it. Well, not Arrakis, but... Long-range missiles can fire over obstacles, but a friendly unit has line of sight on the target. Ah, interesting. First battle mech, the Mackie, was developed by the Terran Hegemony in 2439, so they've been around for a while. Okay. Hold down Alt while the mech is selected to view all the possible movement spots near your mouse. I focused on gunnery because I don't like missing with shots, but maybe some of the other stats are more powerful.
Command interface initiated.
All right. It's cool that she's got one too. What's that smoke?
This is damned odd, and I don't like it. Kid, keep your head on a swivel and be ready for anything.
Assume that there's a save option. Okay.
I've got your back.
Paralands moves in any order. You can have multiple units moving at the same time.
Aye, aye.
It's interesting that their facing is limited. They can't like completely turn around, right? You get out of here now.
Whatever's happening here, I won't let it derail your coronation. Your people need you.
Thank you, Raju. I will prove myself worthy of the faith you've placed in me.
Of that, I have no doubt.
You have to spend movement on turning. Okay, that's cool. Guess I'm struggling sometimes to see where I'm allowed to move to. It looks like it's just having them turn without actually moving.
I'm on my way.
Cinematic view is cool. So I can only move to the tiles indicated with the little white dots. Is that how that works?
Affirmative.
Moving through terrain cause any damage to my mechs or anything like that?
Affirmative.
I see. Disturbance. Guard post was attacked. The road is clear. Why is your battle mech damaged? Uh-huh. Kill the old man and the mech warrior, but take Lady Arano alive.
Back, Kamea. Get behind us.
You didn't train me to cower, Raju. You trained me to fight.
Oh, she's in the front. Oops.
Disengaged.
So -1 evasion. Can reserve units the next phase. 65% hit chance. So there is a turn order thing now, right? That say my line of sight is broken? It doesn't include that in the hit projection, I guess.
On my way.
%55%. Oh, I guess I didn't get to go with my character. Got confused. -1 evasion.
Just took a heavy hit.
Oh, so it's not just turns in the round. There's like multiple. The turn is subdivided into phases.
All weapons committed.
Heat sink destroyed.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Standing by.
Well, I missed.
Negative damage.
You can't move if you've already attacked.
I've got your back. Moving out.
85%, I'll take that.
Oh, damn you for making me do that, son. That's one less hostile on the field.
Pilot incapacitated. I see the different phases, but what do you mean with the little arrows for who goes when? I see them down here, but that's only for the turn that I'm currently on.
All weapons committed.
That's more like it. Okay, I just don't know which mech is which, I guess.
Mech. Critical damage detected.
Yes, I hear you.
Removed an arm from an enemy mech.
I'll make it happen. Yeah.
Pilot injured. Interesting.
Through the armor.
Okay, so the red pip means the enemy, I see.
Talk to me. Confirmed.
90%.
Here we go.
Now, is this a thing where I have to worry about who's getting the XP because the person who does a killing blow gets the most XP? Assume it's like the Fire Emblem trap if you don't want to give it to your most experienced mech. My own guardsman tried to take me prisoner. This is a really cool opening. I don't know who we can trust. As you command.
The guard. And I fear this is only the beginning. Follow me. Keep close and remember your training. Things are likely to get ugly between here and there.
So Mastiff's not a direct analog for like Duncan Idaho. He's more like what's the name of the guy? He was played by Thanos in the Denis Villeneuve movie. I know this is its own thing. It's not Dune, but it helps me to kind of understand the story better. Gurney, that sounds right. This way. Let's make sure he's in the front from this point forward.
Got a new contact on my screen.
Confirmed.
Yeah, that makes sense. Vehicles.
How can I help?
Units travel faster on roads. Interesting.
I'm moving.
It's out of my range, which is why I can't actually attack, right? Brace is like defending in place, basically.
Reading you loud and clear. I'm on the move.
She does have guns.
Affirmative.
Good hit.
Nice. Good hit indeed.
Enemy vehicle down.
I do like the evasion system. That's smart. Fortunately, it's too far out of my range there. I guess the whole phase system exists just to, like, allow people to take multiple turns within a round and have it not just be everyone goes back and forth over and over. Entrenched. I see. So bracing is damage reduction. Evasion is hit chance, or evasion like is almost like a shield point that absorbs a hit.
Talk to me.
Oh, it's like a balancing thing.
Roger.
Decays each time you're shot. I see. So multiple stacks of evasion make you almost impossible to hit, but you could still technically hit somebody. Oh, sensor lock's cool. Multi-target. Try that.
You were brave, I'll give you that much.
Now, why did that only shoot the one of them even though I did multi-target? The nice little tutorial mission.
All weapons committed.
Nice job, kid. One fewer hostile on the board.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Okay, I'll try that next time.
Tell me what you need.
Do I have to worry about... It looks like it lists ammo. I'm guessing effectively I have infinite ammo for, like, gunshots, but limited ammo for missiles.
Neutralize the threat. Vehicle destroyed. My heat sinks can't keep up.
What's the best thing I can do about heat when I don't have water in the area?
Copy that.
Oh, so I don't need to be running all of them all the time. Los Espinosa's usurping the throne.
Alexander!
Gotcha.
Oh no. No, no. We're too late.
So if I want her to cool down, can I just, is bracing the best way to do that? Does any kind of, do all actions generate heat?
Flushing heat.
She said flushing heat, so I assume brace automatically does that. What have you done? Taught me lies. Nice.
Attention, all Espinosa forces. This is Lady Victoria Espinosa. Lady Arano is to be
Let's try this
apprehended
again.
and taken alive by my command. Fail to follow these instructions, and you will have me to deal with.
Alright, so I do... Hold on. Talking about... When you multi-target, you need to select which weapons go to A, B, and C in the lower right menu. I see. Long-range missile launcher, lasers, heavy autocannon. Let's see how that works. I see there's a different hit percentages for all of them. Knockdown. -1 initiative due to the pilot injury. He's pretty tanky though, it seems like. I think Crescent Hawk's Inception had this system of caring about different parts on the mech and caring about different kinds of weapons, missiles, and guns and all that. It's been a while since I played it though. The chance is pretty shit here. Seems like cover matters a lot in this. The point is caring about hit location.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Pilot injured. Remove both arms from an enemy mech. Does that like limit what kind of shots it can do after that happens?
Acknowledged. I'm moving.
Brace with her here, and she's overheating. The guns were on the arms and they're destroyed. Okay.
Incoming transmission.
These two guys are going soon.
Citizens of Coromedere 6. This is Lord Santiago Espinosa. With the unanimous support of the founding houses, I have assumed control of the Oregon Coalition. For your own protection, I urge you to remain calm and stay indoors until otherwise instructed. All hostile units, stand down, and you have my oath that you will not be harmed. Resist, and you will fight.
Is multi-target just like a special feature of that mech or a special feature of that pilot? I'm trying to track the difference between pilot stats and mech stats and that kind of a thing.
Faith in that man. I gave him my trust. He was family.
Pilot skill. Let's get this guy before he gets to go again.
Engaging physical attack.
Didn't actually mean to melee there, but okay.
My damned armor's busted.
First gunnery perk.
I'm listening.
So when it tells you that you've got a heat problem, that doesn't actually confer any debuffs. It's just kind of a warning that if you're not careful, you could overheat, which then is a problem. Overheat alert. See, so I turned things off to reduce the chance of overheating.
I'm on it.
It still builds some heat. Okay, I see. I can click on those icons to see who they're referencing. I see. So this guy's going next. I should probably try to deal with him first if possible. Not great from that range. I want to undo that. I can move. Okay. How good is melee in general in this?
Aye, aye.
Depends on the mech, I'm guessing.
Good burn.
Nice.
That's one less hostile on the field.
Getting outmaneuvered.
Oh, getting hit from behind is really bad, huh? That makes sense. Dude, they definitely made this first mission more forgiving. If I don't feel confident something's going to hit, is it a good idea to just not bother firing it in order to conserve ammo for when it will hit? You read me. Hey, Alexander survived. City is lost. You have to get off this planet. Battle's over.
You get to that ship, Alexander. I mean it. We will not lose you and my throne on the same day.
Cool ship. Very, like, E.T. looking. Ouch.
God, that shot went internal.
Tell me what you need.
See an overview of your mech's optimal weapon ranges on the vision cone when deciding where the mech is facing. I'll check that next time. I see, so I have to manually check that for the missiles to fire. It's because Mastiff has line of sight to it that I'm able to fire over terrain with that. That's kind of cool. That's not good.
I'm down a weapon. Talk to me.
I just can't multi-target them at all because of line of sight at the moment, huh? I see. So I can hover over while doing the cone to see what the projected hit chances are.
Copy that.
Okay. Happy with that, I think.
Roger that.
Nice.
You were brave, I'll give you that much.
Exiting combat.
Roger.
I like the way out of combat movement works in this. They're all able to move simultaneously. Destroy them.
As you command, my lady.
Seems bad. So what am I gotta deal with first? I probably need to get him out of dodge. I thought maybe I was safe. Turrets. Wish I could attack and then move. I'm guessing that's a specific ability some people get. It's all 90% hit chances.
Confirmed.
Miss, bummer. Is this game like providing an autosave every turn? Can I like turn back time turn to turn?
Fences.
I gotta get her in front here. So what's the difference between the white bar and the orange bar? White bar is before the pilot is at risk of taking any damage, is that right? Try to body block Gurney.
Location confirmed.
Okay, let's see here. Once you start doing damage to orange, you start disabling parts. Okay, I see. Gotcha. This is why my one gun has been disabled on Mastiff.
Internal damage. The bastard breached my armor. Talk to me.
Really just want to take this guy out as much as I can.
Say Goodbye.
So LL is left something?
Punched right through his
Left
arm.
laser? Oh, nice knockdown. Affects his initiative, which is great. Left leg,
You have my attention.
which is why he got knocked down. Overheat alert. Which I can stop by turning some of these off. Which ones are the most effective on overheat again? It's the lasers are the worst for heat? Oh, it tells me if I hover over them. 12, 12, 12, 6. Yeah, well, in a second.
Engaging hostile.
Deal with the turrets first. Overkilled that one. Oh, I didn't fully reassign the rest of the damage.
Target
Whoops.
destroyed.
My bad. Now I know. Just trying to keep Mastiff from dying is my main objective here.
All weapons.
Also overkill.
Target destroyed.
Does each mission track ammo completely separately, or do I have to like pay for rounds that I use in between battles?
Landsmate destroyed.
Well, shit. It's game over then, right?
Damage minimal. Mission failed.
Load save. Auto. Checkpoint. I need to save more often, don't I? I was hoping it was saving more frequently than that. I would have saved right before that turn. Restock ammo with missions. Yeah, I thought I had more life in me, especially with the guy being knocked down, but I guess he was probably a bigger threat than the lasers.
Command interface initiated.
Ooh, good God. Alright, well, fuck that up real bad.
Roger that.
Copy that.
Yeah, I thought I was safe to not do that.
Here, I won't let it derail your coronation. Your people need you.
Thank you, Raju. I will prove myself worthy of the faith you've placed in me.
That I have.
Is there a quick save button? I was kind of hoping it was just quick saving constantly, saving every turn or something. Doesn't look like there is one. All right, that's fine. I'll just save regularly after important steps.
On my way. Roger. Fall back, Kamea. Get behind us.
Trying to get back to where I was.
You didn't train me to cower, Raju. You trained me to fight.
Safeties disengaged.
I don't want them. Nice miss.
How can I help?
Oh, can I never fire guns in melee?
Damn you for making me do this. Punched right through his armor.
Shh. Don't melee attack. We don't want that.
Engaging target.
Yes, I hear you. Locked in on the target.
Good hit.
Hostile unit
This is even the
down.
pilot flying out. It's pretty funny.
Talk to me.
Be a little bit safer now.
Confirm.
So left arm destroyed. What's the left T? Is that
As a lesson.
left turret? Nice miss again. Torso. Left side of torso. Okay.
Engaging target.
Not so great. I think Kamiya is way stronger than I am right now, which is funny. So trying to do just enough damage to kill them without wasting ammo or heat, it seems pretty important. Oh, that meter that I thought was XP was
In
a
the
heat
guard.
meter. Okay.
And I fear this is only the beginning. Follow me. Keep close and remember your training. Things are likely to get ugly between here and there.
Enemy detected.
I see. There's a paper doll in the corner.
I've got your back. Confirmed.
Space to skip their movements. Multi-target. I can't hit them from here. Okay, that's fine. I'll brace. Did that last time too.
You have my attention.
We should have turned her better there. Whoops. Nice. At least I learned something from when I died.
Vehicle.
Sucks to have to do it again, but we were just playing Battle for Westnoth recently, which is also a tactical game and does like an auto save every round. So I just have to be careful to do it after each sequence like this. Probably after this one I'll save. These regular vehicles, I assume, are meant to not be much of a threat against a mech warrior. Stray shot.
Barely scratched my armor. Is that your best shot?
How can I help?
Multi-target. Can't get the guy back as far as I can tell. Camia first.
I'll make it happen.
And then when I can reach as far as I can tell. Probably overkill. The lasers tend to be poor damage, is that true?
Another enemy casualty.
I need to learn when to use lasers versus other tools here.
Full throttle.
If you hit a vehicle with a melee attack, it's a guaranteed kill. Okay, just because of like the size difference.
No, we're too late.
It's fine.
I've got your back. Aye, aye.
Probably enough. I'll do the lasers. They don't have any ammo, right?
Here we go. You were brave, I'll give you that much.
Exiting combat.
I'll do what you ask.
So do you get an opportunity when you have free movement like this to just send them all to move before it puts you back into turn base if you're quick enough? Or is it still going to affect turn order once combat actually triggers? Save once it lets me.
Attention, all Espinosa forces. This is Lady Victoria Espinosa.
Might be that it actually doesn't let me save, does it?
Taken alive by my command.
Do I get like limited saves maybe?
Fail to follow these instructions, and you will have me to deal with.
Giving him everything I've got.
I see. Infinite ammo as long as you can take the heat. That works.
One less hostile on the field.
Okay, we'll do it in a second. Now it is letting me save. Cool, thanks.
Standing by.
Does she just not have sight on any of them, it looks like? Does that red eyeball icon mean I do have line of sight or don't have line of sight?
Handling multiple opponents.
I want to split up the laser, the different attack types, I guess. I'll leave that as an important future Marstead note about saving frequently. It's pretty close to being done. I'm guessing if I had taken out the guy that got knocked down, we would have just been fine there. I underestimated how much damage he could do in a single turn compared to his previous turns. Is it because when they hit armor, the armor actually has more damage reduction on it than when they're hitting health? I think this guy's next, right?
Engaging target.
Nice job, kid. One fewer hostile on the board.
I don't know why sometimes it looks like I'm doing like no damage and then it just gets destroyed. Is there a part of damage that doesn't get reflected on the health bar until the full attack is completed or something?
Attention, citizens of Coromadir 6. This is Lord Santiago Espinosa.
Nice.
Forget that ship, Alexander. I mean it.
Gotcha.
We'll not lose you and my throne on the same day.
It's already going a lot better now that I kind of have a sense of what I'm doing.
I'm listening. Acknowledged. I'm moving.
The one that's in range, so it doesn't really matter. It's probably overkill. I don't really have a feel for that part yet.
Enemy vehicle down.
I do like that sprinting gives you that evasion tick. Chevron.
Damage minimal.
I have a feeling Mastiff is going to die immediately anyway, so it's going to be funny to finish this mission and then have him die in a cutscene anyway. We'll see. Definitely seems like that would be appropriate for the story at this point.
Copy that.
I guess I may as well if heat's not as no object.
Say goodbye.
Works. Get to the LZ.
The poor bastards. Moving out.
I'm on the move.
Facing's pretty bad right now. Take out the scary guy first this time. Didn't lose two. It could have been much worse. Could have lost way more time than we did. He's way better on health this time. He's using my guns more smartly, I guess. Just turn on everything, even if it's a low hit chance.
All weapons committed.
Heat sink destroyed.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
You have my attention. Location confirmed.
Heat him up. Let's actually multi-target the missiles on one of the turrets here. Perfect.
Discharging weapon.
Yeah, it's pretty fun so far. I'm enjoying it. Not much better. This is a much more robust, more interesting game than Crescent Hawk's Inception, but it's also like 30 years older, so... Lots of game design knowledge to inform this one.
Orders.
Probably fine. Yeah, see how the health clears out much faster there.
All weapons committed. Target destroyed.
I'm listening.
This was how this was supposed to go, I think.
Affirmative.
First try. It's worth learning the
Target
lesson.
destroyed.
Affirmative.
Confirmed.
Thank the gods you made it. 20 minutes.
Thank you, Sir Raju. Thank you both. I won't forget what you've done for me today. I promise you that.
Oh, we're not done. Okay, I'll save after this. This is probably like you need to run away. Everything in the way. Weapons offline, system inoperable. Trouble with your blackjack? This is just teaching me about heat if I didn't encounter it already. Eject. Eject now.
Mission successful.
Cool. Thought I was actually gonna have to fight more. I got nervous. So there's MechWarrior pen and paper. There's MechWarrior first-person mech game. There's BattleTech tactical RPG, and the older BattleTech games, which were also kind of tactical games, but also had a kind of like a world exploration component to them. So I really like this art. Well, so the tactical RPG predate the 1980s video game. $1988, I think it was. Oh, I was right when I said 30 years. Gotcha. Is it one of those really complicated, like, war games where you have to measure distances and things like that? Suffered a terrible betrayal. It's a really great opening mission. I enjoyed it. My Lord Tamati. Tamati Arano, okay. If it wasn't for your company, I'd be dead too. So I'm sorry for your loss. Picked up your distress beacon. What about Mastiff? Cord out. Nobody survives a hit like that. Okay, yeah. Well, sorry that he died 2 seconds earlier. To recover my blackjack? Almost certainly not. Oh, they did. What happens now? Yeah, Crescent Hawk Exception was the one we played on stream. Lydia Rano is dead. Her dropship was destroyed on takeoff. It's all over the news. Mastiff died for nothing. Died doing his duty.
Duty.
Canopian Porter. Oops. Yeah, we were reading about this. And your blood shit. Okay. Ancestry, Free Worlds League. Oh, cool. I like stuff like this. And they moved to the Reach before I was born. Gotcha. That's cool. Three years later. I like this game a lot. I really like that opening mission from a storytelling perspective. This game seems a little... what's the word? Scrappy? Like, it seems like it's kind of barely holding itself together during combat.
Command interface initiated.
Like, they're doing a lot with a little. It's not, I don't mean that as an insult. Like, it works really well. I like the combat interface. I like the concepts of seeing the different parts of the robots and having the different weapons and the different targets and things. I guess maybe because everything's like truly 3D and you can like zoom in and see little cutscenes for everything. Moving fast and take those out. Turrets hit hard, neutralize them ASAP. We're just straight up doing this now. Okay, cool. Hit the corporate pigs where it hurts. Sweet. Glitch, Behemoth, and Decker. Lots of saving. Resolve. Gain resolve each round of combat. Bars 50%, your mech warriors become inspired, getting a +1 bonus to accuracy for all attacks. It's interesting. So the generator up here first. I really like this pre-combat, everybody sprints mechanic. That's cool.
On the move.
So Decker's lighter, faster, more actions.
You are trespassing on Majesty metals and manufacturing property and acting in collusion with a domestic terrorist organization. Cease your advance immediately, or you will be fired upon.
These things here. Okay, thanks. Armor and internal structure. This would have been nice. I think I was supposed to be impossible to fail that first mission, but I got bad rolls, I think. Orange bar. Critical hit, loss of components. I say you don't crit until you get to the orange area, I guess, which is why Gurney died so fast. Although it said that his mech was destroyed and there was no body. No one can survive that. Okay. Shooting the rear arc of a mech ignores its guarded and cover states. Battle mech armor is notoriously weaker in the rear. Flashing lines on the targeting computer at the top of the screen show which sections are targeted. I see.
Good to go.
This guy's big deal is that he can move more frequently, right? He's probably less powerful.
Affirmative. hostile on sensors.
Seems good for like scouting and stuff.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
Oh, interesting. So that just means that he won't disappear from the map for them? Is that how that works? Oh, I thought they could act in more phases during the round. Is that not true then?
Waiting on you, Commander. Got it.
Praying armor is free, structure not so much. Okay, gotcha. Thanks.
Receiving you. Moving to position.
I see. $45% doesn't seem super worth it.
Got it.
A little bit of a hit.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
So main downside of sensor lock is they can still detect me if I'm hiding behind something and do things like launch missiles like that right there. Does it have other debuffs associated with it? Well, already taken structure damage.
Internal damage.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Okay, so I want to deal with the turrets ASAP.
Ready for orders. Moving out.
Precision strike. Take a called shot against a target at -4 difficulty. Cost resolve. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so if I just take inspiration, then it's just a flat accuracy boost, but I could be spending inspiration on special abilities like these. Gotcha. Oh, that's not great. I don't like that. I want to be up in the open like this. Lucky dodge. Not great.
Damn it! I'm wounded.
All right, I'm gonna restart this mission now that I have a better sense of what's going on here.
Command interface initiated.
Yep, got it. It's like you want to get them all just short of where
Moving out.
enemy sighted triggers, right? Build as much evasive as possible and give them as much room to move as you can. I do get to finish doing these mass sprints, as long as I don't wait for that to finish playing, I guess.
With a domestic terrorist organization
got it.
Orders?
Maybe if I could take out the turret generator. That's what they're trying to get me to do with this guy. I'm gonna save here because I just want to try a couple things to see if I understand the game better. I know putting him out there is probably not great, but
Acknowledged.
how bad is it? Generator's taken out. Can I even take it out from this distance? That's what I don't know. So it has 100 health, and I can only do 50 damage best, so that's not happening. Okay, got it. Oh, and I can't escape out here. I have to wait until this is over, so I'm gonna die, but I'm just trying to learn. When it says 25 damage, is that guaranteed provided you hit, or is there a range on damage dealt?
They've got a lock on me.
Already better just in terms of being able to see stuff now.
Engaging target.
Getting there.
I hear ya.
Probably end up loading here still, but
Got it.
always be 25 so long as I hit. Okay, cool.
Tell me what to do.
Okay, cool. Turret's taken out. Now I just have to worry about the mechs. Let's see how badly they screw up my scout guy here.
Ready for orders.
Review who's acting when here. I don't see them as acting at all yet, right? They don't show on the phase list anywhere. They go together. So loop back around over to 5, and then my little scout guy will get to go first and get out of dodge, basically.
Roger.
It's pretty good.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Now, why does the enemy get to go before me there? Even though it showed my little white pip to the left of their red pips.
Receiving you. Ready for orders.
That gives me evasive too, right? But it also uses up my whole action. Oh no, I can still shoot after that. That's surprising.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Gonna try to melee me here. It landed.
Damage minimal.
And do we think the computer did that because I disabled some of their other guns instead of just like shooting me? Oh, I see movement is blocked by the enemy right in front of me. Gotcha.
Waiting for orders. Waiting for orders.
Wow. Actually really bad range here, it looks like. We could technically jump behind it, right? And that costs heat? Like, what's the cost for using the jump jets? There's like a cooldown, how often I can do it? It's not as much of a benefit as I was hoping it would be.
Firing a full throttle.
Lame.
Failed to connect.
I guess it just has high evasion by default. %80 chance to hit in melee.
Engaging jump jets.
Oh, cover reduces damage. Okay.
Engaging target.
Yeah, I don't know why that showed the pilot as being incapacitated, even though the entire bar wasn't depleted. Is it just because if you're able to get to the pilot, even if part of the mech is still around, the mech can't do anything with no pilot?
Waiting on you, Commander.
So it gives you a kill early, basically?
Picked up a blip.
Part of the issue here, I guess, is that the spider is like really evasive and can't do a lot of damage on its own. It mostly exists to scout and stuff. Oh, it just shot me in the back there. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
Have to jump again to get off of here. Okay. You also need to have at least one functional leg. So it can die before it appears like it ought to die, just gauging on its health bar. So that can be useful to have somebody who doesn't do a lot of damage, that their job is to just kind of deplete evasion ticks. Gotcha. I didn't see those guys over there. Okay. That's cool. I like that. So that's a way to like simulate the advantages of people doing like covering fire or whatever.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
I'm clearly missing the warning is about heat before I activate it. You can just get a lucky shot that just like takes out the pilot.
What can I do for you? Coordinates received.
Do you get like a coup de grace if you melee a knockdown? Seems like the answer is yes. You just kind of like stomp on their face, basically.
And stay
Kick them when they're down.
Receiving you.
Okay. I see. So there's a couple ways down there that you might consider. Guess I'm having overheating issues because of all of my jump jet usage. They will vent some heat so long as I'm just like bracing now. Heat. Heat is built up by firing weapons, other effects. Internal structure damage can shut down a mech at higher levels. Click the dot next to a weapon to toggle it off. Standing in water or other cooling terrain helps reduce heat. Weapons like LRMs cause stability damage to a mech, shown on the yellow bar on the mech readout. Oh, okay, interesting. Oh, the planet temperature matters? That's interesting.
Waiting for orders. Bracing for impact.
Probably still needed to turn him around before bracing, right? Those are like last known locations because I don't have a clear read on them.
Initializing. Engaging coolant system.
So I did take some structure damage from the heat, it looks like.
Good to go. Going turbo.
Do evasion stacks decay on their own? Or only when you get shot at?
Commander. Coordinates received.
Probably should save here soon. Probably before making this move, oh well. I can't once I've committed part of the turn. Alright, Shadowhawk. Regular vehicles.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Okay. If you don't move during your turn, you lose evasion. Do you lose all evasion stacks when you stop like that? That's interesting.
Standing by.
So you can stop and brace to remove heat, but then you risk losing all of your evasion stacks, I guess, right? Do want to deplete that guy's stacks if I can. He still has a decent amount of heat. I guess I want to be careful.
On the move.
Trying to deplete his stacks here. Now, any attempt at shooting someone with evasion, regardless of the rolls, will always deplete a little chevron. I really do like the evasion system. I think that's extremely clever. Would it? Okay, so it's showing, it's projecting how much heat that's going to generate. I see. That's the main cost of jump jets, is heat accrual. Overheat alerts.
Engaging target.
Right arm destroyed.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
It's very smart. I haven't seen a tactical game do this evasion system before. It's interesting. It's a way to, like, inherently reward moving more often and doing things that are more smart and not just make the game all about DPS, 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 which is what I find is often the case in this genre. Lose all of it if you become unstable. Just try to take this guy out. I'm sure he's the much bigger threat here.
Roger that. Firing on target.
So the missiles have a higher chance of inflicting instability? Is that how that works? Yeah, we gotta get Decker out of dodge.
Standing by. I copy.
Missiles and ballistic weapons cause stability damage as well as normal damage. It's 35% is not very good, but I just want to do as much as I can here, I guess.
Commander?
So, if I'm not using resolve above 50%, am I effectively just wasting it? I should, like, try to keep it at 50, but then burn excess resolve down to 50 wherever possible. Melee does too. Okay, so you can, like, kind of trip them up, basically.
I copy.
Having to think about the Z-axis is definitely interesting. And more heat than I want here. Ouch. Sometimes I actually want to be farther away in order for certain weapons to have a better range, right? Let's try to finish this guy off, but not overheat.
Engaging target.
Head hit, pilot injured. SRM2 crit. I'm worried that guy's gonna get behind Behemoth here.
Damage minimal. Waiting on you, Commander.
Oh, that's cool. So called shot also lets me pick. I think this was in Crescent Hawk's Inception or something like it. Oh, that hit chance is not great, though. Let's really just try to finish this guy off here. Sensors impaired, jump jet destroyed.
Yeah, critical hit.
You said any melee against a vehicle is just gonna like stomp on them and insta-kill them, basically? As long as it hits.
Systems holding. Orders.
%95%. That's pretty cool. Nice.
Vehicle down.
Good to go. Copy that.
Okay, so that is reflecting that I'm hitting him in the back, right? Gotcha. Is that just a straight damage increase if it lands? Oh, they both missed at 80%. That sucks. Well, that sucks. But I had him on the ropes there.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Sucks.
Engaging physical attack.
What can I do for you?
Melee 55. Okay, I see the stability meter there. Gotcha.
Dang, you're dead. Good to go.
I could hit either of them, but not both of them with my current setup.
On my way.
%, 60%. Does the called shot actually have to hit that part? Does it like reduce my overall chance to hit, or can I still hit the rest of it based on the normal hit chance?
Giving him everything I've got.
Good enough, apparently.
Reporting. Enemy vehicle eliminated.
Called shots. Knock down and shut down mechs are vulnerable to called shots. Oh, okay. So it makes it a lot easier to land. I'm just noticing the percentage chances are really low when I try that. Destroying both legs or the head of a mech without destroying the center torso increases the number of salvageable mech parts. Interesting.
Orders?
That's all that I have left to do is destroy this thing, I think.
Moving to position. Target confirmed.
Great job, Commander. Double back to our client's platform. The sooner we can collect our pay and break orbit, the better.
Alright, hopefully there's not more enemies on the way there. Let me save really fast.
On my way. Roger that.
Location confirmed.
Resolve. It's half full, you become inspired. Precision strike and vigilance. Morale impacts your starting resolve. Okay. So am I right then that I want to try to
You betcha. Affirmative.
Roger that.
start using resolve once I'm above 80%, because then I can do it without losing inspired? Platforms won't do as much good if we can't hold them. Need your battle mechs. Oh, that sucks. Boo. Okay, let's see. Vehicle there, some buildings.
Commander?
Turret generator, it seems like a good thing to take out. Called shot on the turret generator? Probably not. It doesn't make anything better. Okay.
Standing by. Locked on target.
First roll is a general hit chance, and then again to see which part of the target you hit. So the hit chance you see on the called shot are for that specific part of the mech. Okay, I see. Thank you. Fortunately, spider's the furthest forward, but I did save before moving into this area.
Engaging target.
Okay, deals with all the turrets.
Destroyed.
Good to go.
Okay, I think I misunderstood this before. So inside of a phase, I pick whichever of the units I want to go, and then they pick whichever of the units they want to go if there's multiple stacked in the same phase. And we take turns like that within the phase. Okay. I don't just get to go 3 times and then they get to go 2 times. That's what I misunderstood before. I like the facing system. That's cool. As well. Why does the small laser never project any damage?
Smoke them! Yes, Commander.
That was like the last known location that it showed there, right? But if I had done a sensor lock, I would be certain that there was one there.
One more for the trashy.
Short max range, okay. Oh, it fires when you melee. Okay, gotcha.
Yes, Commander. I copy.
Stomp that little guy.
Locked on for physical attack. One more for the...
I know. Another team meeting.
Mission
Nice.
successful.
Capture employers' mining platforms, engage in destroying units, survive. Morale, mercenary review board. Payout 0. So there goes our payout. So everyone just gets flat XP. It's not based on performance. That's nice. These reflect that some of them took damage, which isn't a cost money to repair. Extremely maneuverable scout, skirmisher and cavalry, fire support and brawler, fire support and skirmisher. Okay. Rent to own. Drowning in debt. Name me your commander. Break up fights and review financial reports. We're in debt. Every C-bill we make technically belongs to the banks. Standard galactic unit of currency. A C-bill is valued at 1 millisecond of HPG transmission time. Is that like interplanetary conversation? Communications. 2. Let's go into the frontier as a dead zone for mercenary work. These are clients, but they're terrible. Andrea.
Hi.
Sure, Andrea is here. What's your best case scenario? How many jobs will it take? Deep hole. Banks, and I use that word loosely. They don't want us to pay off our loans.
Garlic biscuit.
What are we going to do about it?
Things is like grilled cheese. Soup. Mass Effect?
No. This is BattleTech. It's a giant robot game.
Like this gym giant?
Yeah, there you go. Piloted giant robots. Don't want to compound our risk unless we absolutely have to. Start earning some real money. You do it soon. Trade. I'm no stranger to betrayal. Thanks for holding our jump ship access hostage until we repay our debts. We can only go between not going to try the nearby systems of Alloway, Bellerophon, and Detroit.
All right, let's go to Detroit.
What I could find includes travel fees as part of the deal. Come at the command center when ready to review it. Game saved. Contracts. Includes travel. Asset retrieval. Max pay, max salvage, max reputation. Negotiate, oh god. Oh, I hate this. Oh, I see. It's not as bad as I thought. So I could ask for more money, get less salvage. Do I use salvage to like upgrade my mechs or something? I have no idea. Since this isn't tutorialized, I'll just take whatever the default is. Timeline advancing. Oh, that's cool. Jump gate, gotcha. I like how you like dock onto it and then the whole thing jumps. Where do I go to repair my mechs? That wasn't tutorialized, whoops. Just kind of like threw me into the ocean here. 3 messages from the banks. Loan sharks. Sweet talk the banks.
Is intimidate an option?
Prestige and reliability, I think so.
Intimidate.
Loan status fair. Okay. Deter them from sending bounty hunters after me. We owe money.
You pay your credit card bill?
The game just started. This is my first time ever seeing this screen.
I can't believe you didn't pay.
So where do I go to repair? This is for leveling up. I can just spend this whenever.
Oh, I was right.
Here. Costs money and takes several days. So that means that if it takes too many days, I'm going to have to load my save. It's not ready by the time we get where we're going. Okay, so a mech warrior is a mech pilot. And an actual mech is called a battle mech. Probably want this. What else is unlockable? An extra bonus evasion charge after moving. Not a sprint jump or charge to melee. The mech also remains entrenched. Okay, which makes it harder for you to get knocked down. Cover and guarded together provide more damage reduction. I should have gone in harder on piloting. Okay, I see. Individual points and guts not do anything until you get to these like threshold levels. Or is it just not, it's only showing the change from what I previously had? I only have 2 primary abilities and 1 specialist ability. Wait, so which is primary and which is specialist? I really like this game. It's good. I really like the first part of it. As soon as we got out of that tutorial mission, the game is just like absolutely throwing me to the wolves right now. I don't know if it's like expecting that I've played a BattleTech game before. So I can have one tree that goes to the second tier and another tree that goes to the first tier. Is that what that means? I guess I do want that. I did put extra points in gunnery.
Training complete.
Okay, gotcha.
Receiving you.
1000 XP. Already has that. Save up for everything else.
Waiting for orders.
Lich. Also just save, I guess.
Command.
Ready for orders.
It's 2200. I do want that extra move. Evasion charge.
Training confirmed.
These two. So I get one tree, I get 2. One tree, I get 1, and everything else is just passive buffs. Okay.
Good.
I think I get it. Thank you.
Standing by.
Medusa wasn't available last time, I don't think.
Mech warrior training complete.
Okay.
Go to mech beta.
I did. Yeah, I have to wait several days for them to... I'm gonna have to get here and just wait for them to repair now. Sadly.
Right around on the...
Not yet. I just let time pass while we're standing around here. I guess it's a big waste of financial report days, huh? Okay.
Order you submitted is complete.
Hopefully we're okay. Timeline paused. Okay. Launch contract. All? Oh, okay. I can only bring 4 per mission. Is that how that works? Oh, I see. How do I know who pilots each of these? I think the Shadowhawk was Behemoth. And the Spider was Decker. Do they get any benefits for being on specific mechs? Okay. Drop tonnage matters. Oh my god. I assume the ones from the first mission are pretty evenly matched, right?
Good thing I can do that's like pouring one out, but I don't want to pour it out. I can have the same.
Cheers.
Cheers to Miss Kitty. Nibbler snuggled with her friend's cat had to be put down today. Celebrate Miss Kitty. Good cat.
Poor kitty. Likely to be well defended. Neutralize enemy forces. Track this at this LZ. Best of luck, Commander.
Ready to rock, Chief.
It looks like Adam.
Yeah, sorry.
I didn't say that as a bad thing.
Affirmative.
Don't need to tell me twice.
High gunnery is good on fire support. High piloting for melee tactics is good for scouts. And the Blackjack is like an all-rounder.
Roger.
Roger.
Moving out.
What stops you from just like sprinting a single tile over and over and over? Rough terrain reduces movement speed, causing you to stick more stability damage. Just like sprinting a couple tiles over and over and over to farm for evasion charges. Is there like a turn limit thing?
Enemy detected.
Did it give me my starting mech based on my starting stats, or is it just lucky that it coincides with me investing so much in gunnery?
Ready for orders. Confirmed.
%60%. I'm just trying to get rid of that invasion. So whether or not you hit structure versus armor is completely random, or are you more likely to hit armor the more armor they currently have? What's that little orange icon that's displaying as I move here? You always get a blackjack. The chance is the same no matter what, so I'm gonna mix those two up. Okay.
Engaging multiple targets.
Left arm destroyed, okay.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Good to go.
I feel like I talked about this when we've played other giant robot games, but I feel like mechs with distinct body parts is almost a whole different units passing through geothermal terrain only sink 50% of their normal heat. I mean, giant robots where you care about all the body parts is like a totally distinct genre from just like your normal Japanese giant robots fiction. Is there like one property that's responsible for that? I guess we played one Japanese game on stream, Little Battler's Experience, that was about tiny little mechs where you cared about their arms and legs and torso and stuff. I mean, it's just like comes from a desire to want to customize all those things, I suppose. 75, 65, 30, 55, 45, 65.
Confirmed.
Left arm destroyed, left torso destroyed. BattleTech is the granddaddy of all mech games.
That's something good.
Yeah, it's interesting to me. I wonder, what makes me ask about it is I wonder if there's just a really early game in tabletop or something that got people really excited about this concept of like tracking arms and legs and torso separately, and kind of inspired a bunch of other games to be interested in that, you know. 75, 55, 70.
What happens if you fall down?
You're very, very vulnerable. And if someone takes out your legs, it's game over. You're just dead.
Enemies.
I can't really target them directly at the moment, but yeah. Later I'll be able to do that.
Kind of a headshot.
Yeah.
You get a headshot, and you get a headshot.
That's a knockdown. Took out a leg. Left leg destroyed. Naval war games where hit location also super matters. Hitting someone in the ammo magazine is super bad. Okay, I want to send him to go finish this guy off. I guess that's an interesting use case for the scout, is to go in and stomp downed mechs.
Engaging.
Whenever you stomp a downed mech, as long as you hit, are you guaranteed to kill them like you are with a vehicle? Because you can, like, precision stomp on their pilot or something?
I copy.
Magazine hit can vaporize a ship made of thousands of tons of steel. Interesting.
Taking the shot.
Dude just has a lot of cover in there. Does part of shooting into the cover, like, remove some of his available cover? I guess they still have the thing where attacking them in the back is really, really bad, right?
Roger that. Firing on target.
Sensor's impaired. Just increase hit chance. Okay, it's just been luck that each time I've stomped the down mech, I've gone right for the center torso and crushed the pilot. To turn off which guns I want to use. Waste ammo. Right arm destroyed, right leg destroyed, head hit, pilot injured.
I always liked them. How you do? Has a big block of metal that it
Shaves off a minuscule little bit and then it accelerates it. I love that, and then they changed it. And it made me sad. Yeah, Mass Effect 2, they made it so they had ammo.
Oh.
And it's like the coolest idea is that they don't have ammo, and
Such a good idea.
but that makes it not a good shooter.
Mass Effect isn't like every other shooter. It's
Blame EA. Got a big stomp in there. Guy's not having a good day. He's just gonna like try to... Yeah. Bump into me, basically. So if I called shot, I get more salvage if I don't blow up the chest? Is that what they said? Oh, that's pretty low chance, I guess.
Engaging physical attack. Enemy mech destroyed.
Yeah, when they came up with the heatsink concept, the gun still should have worked the way that it worked in Mass Effect 1. It was weird that they just kind of dropped the feature. They hang a lampshade on it in Mass Effect 3. Isn't it weird that our guns can't just work the way they used to anymore?
Moving to position.
Yeah, it's really weird.
On my way.
very good.
I copy.
I must get like bonus money for winning when fewer turns, right? To discourage me from just farming evasion stacks. Hold this location until our people can grab the asset.
Roger that.
Move order received.
You betcha.
The asset has been secured and is ready for retrieval.
Do an extract now. No need to get to our planned LZ. Oh, well, that's cool. I wonder why they made that easier. Disable a mech that still has legs and a torso, you get 3 salvage. If you disable both legs, you get 2 salvage. If you destroy the torso, you get 1. Let's see. Free Worlds League, reputation up. And I didn't take any damage that requires repairs, because armor comes back for free. Potential salvage. Oh, do I have to pick what I want here? After choosing priority items, you will take 6 additional pieces of salvage. Oh god, I didn't mean to. Why do I want one versus the other? Are these just like upgrades for my existing mechs as long as they share the same role? I don't know what my current mechs are. Hit points comes from Naval War Games. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that. I've seen people playing those crazy measurement-based war games, but never worked up the courage to try to learn. 3 parts of the same name will let me build a mech of that type. Okay. So these are all commando ones. So I can say there's one that I want for sure. This is based on the agreement. XY. Oh, so it doesn't matter, right? Because I get, there's a total of, wait, there's 8 here, I guess. So I'll randomly not get one of them. What's with the up to 6 additional pieces? Like, is it going to randomly roll how many additional pieces I'm going to be allowed to get? Every living creature on Earth has an HP max of 1. I know, right? But I guess I don't want another mech, right? Because I already have a light striker scout mech, so why would I want another one? Okay. So I guess the SRM-6 is the rarest thing here, or should take whatever has the highest value? Because everything, like, I'm almost guaranteed to pull several of these. Those don't have a listed value. And I'm going to get all of these except for one. I sell well, lets you have one while the other is being repaired. Okay. So I got everything except the SRM-4. Okay.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
Commando is a small, highly mobile shotgun that can take down mechs twice its size or bigger. Can't take much of a beating. So is it already built then? Just because I had enough parts for it? This thing? So what's the difference between this and the Spider? Extremely maneuverable scout. Okay. Made of paper, whereas this is slightly more combat efficient, but maybe not as crazy maneuverable. I see. I guess I can try that. And the game doesn't care about It doesn't care about like individual pilots' familiarity with individual mechs. Like if I can just put this spider away and not care and just put the guy that was previously piloting it in here instead. Is tonnage just like a limit to what I'm able to deploy or something? Okay. 1300 XP. Probably want this. But let me check what I would take instead. What is the value of 1 stack of evasion? Like, how much reduced hit chance is that worth? Deployment limit. I just want to save for this, actually. Attacks with a single weapon ignore cover and guarded on the target.
Good to go.
Orders?
Do like the concept of sensor lock. I probably should have at least one person who can do that.
What do you need? Good to go.
Background roll is a 2d6. Okay, so if I want to take more jobs, where do I go to do that? Command center contracts.
Always good to see you in Ops, Commander.
So is the campaign mostly, are these like all procedurally generated missions, or are these like based on the place that I traveled to and there's a finite number of them in the game? Maintenance base. Includes travel to Detroit. I guess I'm already here, so I may as well do this. Yeah, I guess I'm going to keep leaving this in the middle. That's just max salvage and how many I directly get to choose, I guess. They can't turn down my negotiation, right? This is only... If I choose to take too little, that gets me more reputation if I do it for cheaper. Okay, I think I understand. I was trying to understand why it worked that way and then let me still drain it in one direction or the other. Local pirate organization rep down. This kind of reminds me of like Elite Dangerous. Alright, so just remembering my previous loadout, I replaced the spider with the commando. See how that goes, I guess. Priority missions are like story missions. If I put my pay all the way to the right, my salvage will necessarily go all the way to the left. It seems like there is no benefit to turning down salvage unnecessarily, but turning down pay unnecessarily would give you extra rep with them. Okay.
Command interface initiated.
This XCOM 2 is mostly procedural missions, if I recall.
Ready to rock, Chief.
Okay.
Affirmative.
Got it.
Moving out.
I thought the maps were still fixed in XCOM 1 for the most part. But that, like, which missions you got in which order was procedural. And then XCOM 2 made it so that two people getting the same mission would get totally different map and enemy locations and stuff.
Confirmed.
So I get to finish my round of sprints as much as I like. I don't have to, like, do it really quick before combat formally starts. It's the one enemy they see, right?
On it.
I see.
Ready for orders. Confirmed. Waiting on you, Commander.
Sensor lock, something that requires active line of sight, because it looked like they were doing it to me earlier when I had no line of sight. I was completely hidden behind a wall and I was still getting sensor locked by the enemy.
Full throttle.
Just range, okay. Seems like that would be pretty useful for your scout type character to have. Great. Even if they don't have an ally who can see them.
Orders?
I don't know why sometimes I can't jump. Is it just that the commando doesn't get a jump and the spider did?
On my way.
I guess I still haven't seen where that guy literally is the problem. Right, because already I guess their job is taking out evasion stacks. Not all mechs have jump jets.
Commander. Move order received. Good to go. Going turbo.
I still can't see them or target them. Are they like just over this ridge here or something?
Yes, Commander. Moving out.
Apparently my commando lost all his, when you brace even after moving, does that clear all evasion stacks? Is that my only choice if I don't attack is to brace? It's like, don't see they have an end turn option, right? Uh-oh. At least it's just a spider.
Engaging jump jets.
Seems good.
Engaging multiple targets.
Not so great. Man, not a good turn for me.
Damage detected.
Oh, I didn't realize evasion resets every turn. Okay, I thought you were constantly accruing it.
I hear ya.
I just started fighting.
Last one.
Nice.
I thought you were gonna knock him over.
Oh.
Wait, which one's you? You just died?
No, I landed, punched him, and just blew up the pilot. It's a complete random chance.
He's not going.
That's correct.
Affirmative.
So is the Shadowhawk meant to be kind of like a tank? Or Brawler implies they're good at melee? Probably send my little scout guy to deal with him. Nice. See, I don't know why that one got destroyed, because it looked like it had a ton of health remaining. Do they also have, like, parts that when you hit them, they just go down instantly? Build it for shorter long range.
What's up, boss?
See if I keep the commando. I kind of like the insane mobility of the spider.
Affirmative.
Yeah, it looked like it had tons of health left. Huh.
Reporting. Vehicle destroyed.
Ha! Send me a real opponent!
Overheat alerts. Is it just that vehicles explode as soon as they have structure exposed? Oh, that went well. Vehicles and turrets get destroyed if they lose structure in any part. Okay, gotcha. Your review board. Got a nice payout. Nobody took any damage. Got some XP. Okay. I gotta pick one piece of salvage again. I can get another spider. Does jump jet mean... It's really hard for me to tell which one of these is good. I guess that one's worth 150,000, so probably that one. Long-range missile launcher. Is a commando guaranteed to not be allowed to use a jump jet, or could I equip him with a jump jet? Like, is that based on the individual mech, just whether or not it starts with one, or... I guess we take this. Long-range missile 10. Because it doesn't give me a value to mech parts, right? Any mech can equip them. Is there like an optimize button for equipping my mechs to like just try to equip them efficiently if possible? But anything on anyone, if it will fit, it just costs weight. Bullet and sort of fishing around for uncertified contracts. Might have caught us something. Didn't ID yourself in the message. Claims you're a member of the Canopian Elite. It's not like we're drowning in publicity. View board. Mercenary View Board serves as an impartial broker of mercenary contracts. Priority HPG message. Hyperpulse generator. Terabytes of compressed information from one point to another at faster than light speeds. They're all owned by Comstar. I love that everything is Comcast bucks. Is the default build like good enough to play the game? Yeah, I imagine for a very sizable portion of the BattleTech / giant fighting robots fan base, like being able to customize the arms and legs and the different parts is like a giant draw. But honestly, that's terrifying for me, especially if it's not tutorialized in any way. Check on the state of our finances from the terminal and a captain's quarters. Okay. Are some bad mechs, but most are fine. Saving up gunner points.
Commander?
Can pick up this. I don't think I want it on Glitch. I want it on Decker. He can afford it now. Okay.
Training complete.
It's a second tier ability. +1 initiative and remove a bar of stability damage when they reserve. Initiative is just in how early of a phase they get to act in during the turn. Moves 50 extra heat this round. The next 3 rounds, as you know, will get an extra 8 heat. There's a 4-round cooldown. It doesn't seem amazing for what you're paying for it.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Good to go.
Probably not going to use her for that, so I'm going to also save up for gunnery points. I can try. I mean, I just got a whole bunch of crap that is like totally opaque to me. So I go to refit. What does this do when you look at the screen, Andrew?
Apes? See a lot of rectangles?
Oh.
I see a lot of details that I don't really...
Is it intended that every gun in the game be competitive with every other gun and just serves different use cases, or is there ever a situation where a certain kind of laser is just strictly better than another kind of laser? Also, what happened to that long-range missile 10? Why can't I equip that on this guy? I don't have enough parts to worry about this right now. Okay. Shadowhawk was the big one, right? Alright, so the Shadowhawk can use long-range missile. So I have an LRM 5 and this is an LRM 10. Damage 4 times 10. Damage 4 times 5. Stability 2 times 5. Stability 2 times 10. Heat 10, heat 6. So is this not strictly better than LRM 5? Wait, I can have both now. Why would I not want both? I'm overweight. I'm overweight regardless. What else would I need to do to get it to focus on long-range missiles? Would have to like drop the... Where'd the one that I had before? Let me back out. Cancel.
You got questions? I have answers.
No more about our debt situation. Where are we in debt to exactly? Liarton.
You know where to
Short range and long range missiles don't overlap in range. I'm not super interested in being crazy with making customization choices that are relatively like side grades from each other, which it seems like that's what we have as options right now. I just want to know if I have any parts that are strictly better than anything else I'm sitting on, even accounting for things like weight and like shots and heat usage and stuff. If the answer is there are no such strictly better upgrades, this game is all about side grades, then that's cool. I'll just not look at this system for a while until I have more parts. So what's the deal with the story pop-up that just came up? They're just like warning me that something's going to happen with that, and in the meantime I should just keep doing contracts? Oh, well, there, never mind. There it is. Meet your new client. Priority mission. Comstar asking questions. Try to preserve and maintain the Star League's vast communications network. Evil Comcast. Evil Space Comcast. Comstar adapts perpetuate the belief that hyperpulse transmissions are a form of sacred magic only they can control. Wonderful. That's a really neat little setting detail. Need to hear details first. Pay down the interest on your loans. Grainy photograph of an enormous grounded dropship. Derelict vessel in Argo. Space Comcast, but with religion. Yeah. I had a jump ship waiting for you. Carried the pirate moon. Came to the right company. During my tour in the military, I tangled with more pirates than I can count. Got yourself some mercenaries. Let's say this feels too good to be true. Accept a life of desperate poverty. Okay, so contracts, priority mission, includes travel. Sounds good. Uncharted system. All right, let me save before we go there, I guess. All right, while I'm traveling here, I'll probably start giving future Marstead notes and just wrap a little early because I know you've got about 15 minutes banked. We can get that up to like 25. So, future Marstead, here's the deal. You have this like strategic screen where you can level up your pilots and replace parts on your mechs. You probably don't want to bother with replacing parts on your mechs at the moment. It's a little bit too complicated. Oh, this is interesting. If Behemoth was a higher level technician, this would work. Or is that only if I was a technician? Set aside the money to pay the fine. Morale increased by 1. Okay.
Morals.
Morale is in
morale.
Yeah. So you've got these barracks where you can upgrade their stats. You're currently working on gunnery for the main character. Probably a combination of gunnery and guts for Miranda. Decker, you just got this sensor lock ability, which you should use in combat to remove 2 stacks of evasive. You might also want to consider putting Decker back in the Spider He's currently in the commando, and it doesn't seem as good as the spider, because the spider's like paper thin, but it has a lot of movement, and you could use it to just sensor lock everything.
What can I do for you?
In the mech bay, the next mission should default to the right mech assignments for every pilot, but the Blackjack is for the hero, the Vindicator is for Glitch, the Shadowhawk is for Behemoth, and we are using an either Commando or Spider with Decker, and you haven't used the Medusa or the Locust at all yet, so I guess you could try that at some point if you need to have some things repairing while you're waiting on repairs. You can go to contracts to accept missions. While you're doing the mission, you automatically travel places, which is what I just paused. In missions, moving accrues evasion, sprinting accrues more evasion. Evasion reduces hit chance against you. When you're attacking, you select which of the guns you want to use. They each have a hit chance, so you only want to use the ones you absolutely need so as not to waste ammo or to overkill something. Your high-level gunners can multi-target. They can target different enemies simultaneously and use different guns on each one. So you hit multi-target, select the ones you want to target, and then you change between A, B, and C in the bottom right as to which ones you want to select. This seems to be a XCOM style thing that every so often you have to pay down your loan. So if you don't have enough money, you're in trouble. I guess this is good for morale to pay more of this. So I suppose I'll just do that. They just do a mission. They got us more money. The Locust is hot trash. Okay, good to know. Don't get shot in the back. You can use jump jets to fly around for your mechs that have them, but be wary because jump jets accrue heat. If your weapons or your action is going to cause your mech to overheat, the game will warn you, so you have to turn off individual weapons to not overheat. You can do that by just clicking on the little checkbox next to them, and hovering over each weapon will let you estimate how much heat is going to get accrued. It seems like a lot of the procedurally generated contract missions are pretty reasonably difficulty calibrated at the moment. Actually, the tutorial mission was one of the hardest things you've done in the game so far. So we're going to say not yet here, and I'm going to save. So good luck. Thank you for sharing this, Bear. I do like this game a lot. I think I can get over the complexity hump here of getting to the strategic screen.
It's not as bad as Dwarf Fortress.
True, yeah, but it's also just like the game's like kind of holding your hand, like here's how the systems work, here's how the system works, and that's like fuck you and pushes you off the cliff. Figure it out, and you're falling, right? I'm sure we can figure it out next time.